Disclaimer, this video is not for the normies, so if you're normie as fuck, you gotta leave, okay? This is not for you. 2016 came around, remember that? And there were a bunch of conspiracy theories about how Hillary Clinton was a lizard. Do you remember how much fun that used to be? And now we have the files out, where people are literally eating babies. If you don't live under a rock, you'll know exactly what I'm saying, and I don't really want to go into details about it, but with files out and about, it makes the whole topic of this video feel so much more real and visceral, and something that I feel like I need to talk about and get off my chest as someone who is psychic, as someone who has confronted these beings before and has a job clearing them. Hi, it's Zamira. I'm here again, making myself look like a fool on the internet, talking about things I probably shouldn't be, but we're doing it because nobody else talks about it, and if they do, it's in ways that feel unrealistic to us. It feels intangible, or it's backed up with galactic history that we're unfamiliar with, and we don't know where that information is coming from. So I wanted to make this video to give a bit more grounding to this topic that is not grounded whatsoever. We also are strapped with a big, gigantic Mother Mary candle. I have already burnt juniper in the chat. We're good. We're good. Of course, I'm talking about reptilians today, and I was instructed to make this video as whimsical as possible. So that's why I've showed up in my mushroom hat. That's why I'm here. Because let's keep it light, but let's also talk about the real shit. Like I said, with the files out, something that used to be haha, funny jokes, baby eating monsters, shape-shifting monsters, now kind of turns into a little bit of a reality for us, does it not? Reptilians. In not only a psychological sense, but also in an energetic sense, and what I have seen and experienced as a psychic, and how you can protect yourself. How can you take the steps to identify reptilian energy and to also know how to protect yourself from it? There is actually a psychological term called the reptilian complex, or the reptilian brain, which is actually really funny, and it alludes to the functionings in our brains that are very, very primal in nature. It correlates a lot with the functioning of birds and amphibians, reptiles, that sort of thing, where there is a whole psychological structure built on dominance and territory. So it was proposed that this complex was a responsibility for species-typical instinctual behaviors like aggression, dominance, territoriality, and ritual displays. It is this kind of fear-based, dominating type consciousness that is preoccupied with survival, with domination, and being on top and hierarchy. It can express itself as narcissism. It can express itself as adverse spiritual and mental health experiences. And I just would like to recall back to the file situation where those people are preoccupied with being in this like elite group who are terrorizing people basically and consuming life force of others. Not very good. This energy manifests itself psychologically, and therefore because it affects us psychologically, then it affects how we think. It affects our actions and what we believe in ourselves and how we view the world or what is happening in the world, right? I see the reptilian consciousness as a consciousness for domination, control, the system. So whenever I'm picking up on reptilian energy, it's very extreme most of the time. It's not that, oh my god, I can see reptilian like consciousness within literally each and every one of us, even though that's kind of true. Like a lot of us have that within us that we need to be clearing and, you know, checking out, understanding why it's there. But usually when it pops up in readings or whenever I'm sensing it, it's a very extreme case of reptilian energy. In readings, I will see this reptilian energy as a literal lizard, or I will see reptilian eyes with slits and stuff, and it's usually representative of a reptilian person. Now, do I ever tell the client it's a reptilian person? No, I do not. I do not, because I'm not there to scare people. Dark forces stuff is not important for the common person. It's really important for mysticism, though. It's very important for any spiritualist to kind of understand. So that's why I'm making this video. This video is not for the normie. I'm just letting you know. How I can tell that I'm correct whenever distinguishing reptilian energy is whenever I will see the symbol, it is usually somebody who is causing a fucking ruckus in somebody else's life. They are taking from them. They are irrationally mean. They are borderline narcissistic. I will see that reptilian like type of vibe and energy, and I will ask them, hey, is so-and-so kind of crazy? I remember one particular reading, I saw the reptilian energy. Somebody's mom had that reptilian energy, and then I saw chains. So I saw them about to sort of like make a deal with their mom somehow, and I asked them, I was like, hey, like, do you kind of have a crazy mom that you're about to make a deal with and kind of get involved more financially with them or however whatsoever? And they said, oh shit, yes, like I'm trying to rebuild my relationship with them, but they haven't been very nice to me. I am really taking a chance on them. And basically what my guide said at that moment in time was, do not fucking do it. Look back at your experiences on how they have treated you. They are not about to change. Be smart. Don't do it. This person is trying to extort you or extract from you. So it's interesting because anytime I see that symbol, I know that this person's probably messed the fuck up. And this is not the only time that this has happened. I was doing a reading for someone and I was like, hey, is your boss kind of crazy? Because I was seeing the reptilian. They were like, yes, they're actually a psychic too. And they're really freaking awful to us. I was like, well, that would make sense. I really do feel like psychics and mystics are a little bit more stickier than other people because we're so willing to tap into the ethers, the astral plane, and the astral plane is just like riddled with parasites and crazy dark energy. So you have to really know how to stand your ground and distinguish between things. And, you know, not every mystic will agree with me, and that's okay. That's their path. I love my grounded mystics and psychics out there. Love you guys. That's not the world I'm living in because I've just had too many adverse spiritual experiences that got really a lot better whenever I did clearing and stuff, and I'm very aware of this type of energy, so that's just not the way I live. So yeah, this has happened multiple times. This isn't just like a one-off thing. Nearly every time these beings are extracting from you, and they are a service to self group. They will do, say, whatever they can to ensure that they get what they want from you. Okay. I've had cases where they've tried to walk in on some readings, like their psychic attacks were so fucking bad that they were bringing them into the readings. With this particular client, they were telling me and opening up about how they were going through some negative spiritual experiences. They were trying to open up to their gifts and abilities, but felt scared, and he would hear mean things coming through. While they were talking about that, eventually the vibe in the room really shifted. There's this weird energy that comes into the room, and what it'll feel like is an iciness. Reptilian energy for me feels very icy. It feels cold, not necessarily like dense, heavy, and thick like other dark force energy will feel like for instance, demonic energy will feel that way for me, and I've seen and dealt with demons as well. Reptilian energy feels cold, like that you get that cold-blooded sensation. I never put that together, which is kind of silly, but cold-blooded, that's what it feels like. When I'm talking about temperature, like it literally feels like the temperature in the room is dropping to icy levels. It's this shaky, windy feeling that you get within yourself that all of a sudden you're feeling not as grounded, shaky, windy, icy. That's what it feels like for me. And this energy was really trying to get our attention, trying to get in. I had certain like protections up. It was kind of insane, and we both noticed it. We both noticed it. And we're like, what the fuck is happening? And I'm just like, it's fine. Like, just asking for all the help from my guides to help ensure that the shields were still up and that we were okay. But the energy was undeniable. And that has also happened multiple times as well, where I'll go through certain rooms and stuff and feel that. And yeah, honestly, even making this video, I could tell that that energy was also trying to come through, but we've been really good about making sure that we're changing the tides to make sure it's like as positive as possible. But we got to talk about it because you might be noticing this energy. In healing sessions, I see these as reptilian eyes and faces and that kind of feeling. So what do you do if you experience this energy? Now that you kind of seen like my meanings and how I feel this energy, there can be a little bit of an argument of like, oh, well, other people experience it differently, but I've literally seen other people express similarly. They have felt this energy similarly. And because I've also had experiences where it wasn't just me, but it was somebody else in the room who was experiencing it, I was like, okay, shit, like something's going on here. If you experience this energy, the first thing is hold your fucking ground, okay? You're strong enough to do this, bitch. Like, if you are any type of mystic or light worker or whatever, you are strong enough to get through this. Don't pussy out. Don't do it, okay? You'll be fine. You'll be fine. And that's the first step, honestly. If you do not feel fine, it is okay to ask for your guides of the highest light. Say it like that line. Guides of the highest light, can you please help me? God, can you please come in and help me? Source, universe, can you please come in and help me? If you do not feel strong enough to handle it on your own, you can ask for help. However, you will be tested to ensure that you can stand within your own power and say, hey, get the fuck out. This is my freaking energy, right? So command your space, hold your ground. That is the first thing, is commanding the energy, being unshakable. Knowing your own inner strength is the first step, because you can do it. Don't let it scare you. Notice that whenever you are noticing energy shift around you, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are being attacked. It doesn't necessarily mean that something's getting into your auric field. It just means you need to be able to witness it, okay? And once you witness it, what you do after that is what you're allowing, right? Do not ever allow that energy to be in your space. Instead of being like, oh my God, I'm scared, be like, no, I do not consent to this energy, okay? Always, 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 always state your intention after sort of receiving the information of what's going on, right? Don't let it linger. Don't let it just like languish. Like basically, if you just look at it and get scared and like don't look at it, that's even worse than just looking at it and being like, okay, I see you, get the fuck out, or you're not allowed here. Now, you can also ask for God's help, your guides of the highest light help, the true Archangel Michael's help. Archangel Michael is lit with this stuff, right? He's a protection angel. Of course he's going to protect you. I've also noticed Mother Mary does a beautiful, fabulous job for protecting me. And I think the next video I will be talking about my experiences with Mother Mary, just to kind of balance this one out. Because I don't want to just like, I don't know, talk about the dark all the time. I feel like I really focused on that last year because I was deep into my own process with the shadow and blah, blah, blah. And I don't regret it at all. It has made me stronger, but we're bringing back in that light, okay? So yeah, you can do that. And then you can also put on an invisibility cloak. So just imagining in your mind's eye or feeling it come around you energetically. Ensure that you're feeling that shift of energy once you discover it, right? You feel that icy, windy feeling. You're like, okay, no, you cannot be here. Get the fuck out. You do your modality, burn some dragon's blood resin, juniper, get your protection crystals out, your obsidian, hold your ground, command your space, call upon your guides of the highest light, invisibility cloak. Watch that energy shift from menacing, cold windiness to, oh, I can take a deep breath and everything feels like relaxed again. Watch that energy shift. It's very interesting that you can like feel that difference, you know? And then last, if you just always feel kind of unsettled because, I mean, something that you know, the spiritual community likes to talk or likes to not talk about psychic attack, find an energy worker. That's what your healers are for, right? When we are feeling bad energy, when we are feeling bogged down, go to your energy healers for help. Be sure to vibe them out, kind of similarly to how, you know, I'm teaching you how to do this right now. Or teach yourself Reiki. There are certain symbols within Reiki that can really help with psychic attack and just help with all of this stuff. And I do want to do a little shameless plug here because I know it can help. I do have a heart-led mystics guide. These practices within the heart-led mystics guide will help you shift your energy for the better and for love and to help you keep you safe, okay? So if you want to learn more about that, go for it. If not, the things I mentioned in this video totally help as well. But if you want to take your practice deeper, make it more consistent and reliable, get the guide, okay? And I also have other services for you, like readings and healings on my website in case you feel like you need any more support, because we are here for you. There is weird shit in this world that we cannot explain. I hope you're excited for the next video where I'll be talking about Mother Mary consciousness and how I have engaged with her and how beautiful she has been in my life. Ugh, yeah, just love her so much. So stay freaking tuned, friends. Oh, hey, make sure to like and subscribe. Put on that bell. Put on that bell if you want to know when my next video comes out. Stay with me, guys.